government.
And they want the check to
The
clear
spreading
after
of
that.
chaos, misinformation, and disinformation.
They should have done that.
IRGC's number one agent.
That's my point. That it's gonna
We've
be
sent
possible.
007 to your location in the Netherlands to take you out with the man and the golden
I'm with
gun.
Adams on this, but I don't think she's going to be able to pull out any kind of miracle.
Did you? Why are you here, Soren? Did you get kicked from another room? And now you're bored and you can't get your dopamine feedback loop?
They can't vote. Like,
Go to some Islamic conflict room, Soren. You'll feel much better there. This is the Jewish Shabbos. You're an infidel.
Like, that is, and how many people do we have working for FEMA or that are insurance adjusters for hurricane?
That's not going to move the needle, okay? It's not going to move the needle very much, Ant. When you look at the collective, go to NBC. Go to NBC.com.
Deploy the MAGA army.
Please, Edmund, I'm driving and I really don't want to have to. Please, go to NBC and go to the voting map from the primaries and look and see how many more votes were red in the state of North Carolina than were blue. Kamala is done. Okay? She's done. There's nothing that's going to save her in North Carolina at this point.
She's finished.
It's no going forward. If she loses that, it's over, guys. Like if that goes early on, it's pretty much like, yeah, you just wow.
Oh, they might send another hurricane. It only takes 10 planes full of Alex Jones silver particulates to dump in the sky to create a deadly hurricane.
There's still a lot that can happen in like 17 days.
I hear Pete Buttigieg is flying around the Caribbean looking for a good deposit site to create more tornadoes.
Climate change.
Climate change is about climate control, which means the Democrats can't lose power.
How dare you?
How dare you? So, I mean, Manville brings up a good point. I mean, where's the enthusiasm? Where's the rush to the polls? Everyone can go vote now, but, nobody gives a fuck. Is it an 80%, 20%? Well, is it 80% of the votes come in on voting day, or how do they break down mail-in ballots from in-person vote versus, early voters?
There should be no mail-in ballots allowed, period.
I'm not eligible for mail-in ballots because I had to re-register to vote 2 days ago because I just moved.
And why doesn't Joe do that?
Well, I moved 15 days before the election.
No, I meant Joe Hero. I'm sorry, Adam.
Oh, and guess what? Guess who's my congressman where I live now in Hollywood Hills?
Ted.
Mahatma Gandhi.
No, Mr. Adam Schiff.
Ooh.
Fuck Adam Schiff.
Well,
Yeah, he's my congressman now.
I'm gonna rush to the polls the first day.
Wait, what are they? What are they messing around with the congressional districts in California for?
They're really not. We're going to be voting for somebody to replace Adam Schiff in the special election if he actually ascends into Senate. But
No.
Hold on. But I'm actually, voting for Steve Garvey for Senate. And, the Senate race between Adam Schiff and Steve Garvey in the primaries was 3,478 votes, where Adam Schiff actually won over Steve Garvey. So it's a very close race. So I personally have a lot to lose in this election. If I get a better senator, that means I'm stuck with an even worse congressperson that represents
Me.
Wait. What? Who's in Harris's Senate seat?
LaFonza Butler. No. It's a Latino dude. So Dianne Feinstein died, and that's the only reason why we have the open seat.
Dianne Feinstein.
Wait.
So Adam Schiff, who's currently my congressman, is running for Dianne Feinstein.
Did she just fucking die yesterday? Hold on a second.
No, she died last year.
Okay.
Oh, I thought you was talking about Maxine Waters. My bad.
Who filled that seat?
No, Maxine Waters is my former neighbor from before.
Man, who was your nanny? I'm getting
Sorry.
confused. Who was your
That
nanny?
must have been a really loud fucking house you had to live next to.
No. So she lives. I don't think that you guys understand. She lives in Hancock Park. She does not live anywhere near the district that she represents. She lives in Hancock Park, which is adjacent to like parts of Beverly Hills.
Adjacent.
To get me as close as I can without having that be the city on my address.
What do you mean? So Hancock Park is in between like Hollywood, Koreatown, and Hollywood Hills.
Where's Chuck Schumer from? Beverly Hills?
So, Feinstein's seat, who's in it? Or no one?
Alfonso Butler, who lives in Ladera Heights in Los Angeles.
Okay,
Man,
who the fuck?
She was
Is
appointed.
Lafonso Butler.
She was not. Sorry, I'm not.
Yeah, he was
I'm not just talking to myself.
He was installed.
This nurse is looking at me like, "Are you? Do you need some care?"
Is that what it's usually like?
Adams was
Thanks for your
installed.
contribution.
He was installed like Kamala. By the way,
she
breaking news.
She wasn't installed by Kamala. She was installed by Gavin Newsom.
No, I-
Gavin
Labor
Newsom in that
union
situation-
official?
Gavin Newsom in that
by
situation.
Installed
Gavin-
by Kamala.
Gavin Newsom in that situation is the one who appoints the governor. So I'm sorry, is the one who appoints the
Please, the moderator was trying to break some news, Dr. Adams. Dr. Adams, please hold. Board was trying. Please hold. Board was trying to break news.
I can't do it anymore.
Exactly. So again, in this situation,
Oh shit.
in a situation where a California state senator dies in the middle of their term, it's to the responsibility
couldn't do
of the
it
governor
anymore.
of the state of California
No
to
laughs.
appoint the person who is going to sit interim until the next election. Does that make sense?
So just so
Yeah, but she's not running.
And she's not running also because I don't know if you guys remember those protests that happened in college campuses. So she was actually the head of UC universities before that actually happened. So I don't think that it would really behoove her to actually want to take this.
Some people die. It's not.
Yeah, she's from Mississippi. She went to Jackson State.
We obviously expected.
Wow.
Matt, what were you gonna say?
Yeah, so on 538, the site that does the predictions for things, Trump is finally taking the lead on Harris. So even all the libtard sites are all getting Trump moving up on them. It's very nice.
Politics, but if you guys like to do that, you can
I don't
always.
know. I feel like I've gotten my hopes up
has
on
one
looking
person
at things
bring
like
one
that,
person
so
up
I
at a
just
time to
don't
talk,
pay any
and
mind,
then you have like
to
an
it.
audience.
'Cause,
And
you know,
the
polls
audience,
and
I don't
stuff
know
are
how
Look
like
at your own
they
state
do it.
primaries.
I used to have 200,
Look at your
300 people
own
there, and
state
even
primaries,
it's
Ann.
funny
I know.
because
Like that's
I know.
that's why I'm
about
being
sleep and
optimistic
stuff,
about
and we're all late talking
my
about
my
sleep
state
on there.
and what's going to happen
In
with
the
the Senate.
evening. So I promise.
You know what I mean? Like the Senate race was this close, Matt. 3,478 votes. I've never had that margin etched into my head in the many years of studying politics as much as I've etched into my head how close that race is. I don't think that people understand how important, especially for people of Matt and I's age group, to see that happen in California. It gives us hope.
doctor.
You know what I mean? Like it gives us hope towards something productive.
Well, if we look at our nation's history, Democrats typically don't show up for the primary. Republicans usually always do, but the margin of how that large of a margin.
3.5 million Democrats did in California.
Right. Well, I'm saying but if you look at our nation's history, usually Democrats they're shown to not vote in the primaries.
Oh, good Shabbos. Good Shabbos.
Well, 80 million people voted for Donald Trump. 40 million people voted in this primary election. So if this 40 million people is going to give us insight as to what the other 40 million people are going to vote, I'm still standing 10 toes down in the primary states. I feel like it's going to, work in the favor of our boy. Just by sheer numbers, there's been too many things that have happened. People have tried to assassinate him. We've seen the response of people on the other side to the said assassination attempt. We've seen the interview last night from Kamala. We saw that horrific debate between, J.D. Vance and Tim Walz. We've heard accusations from Tim Walz. People are on edge. All this stuff with Diddy that's coming out. Questioning our children safe in America. Did he do it? How safe are our children in America? Was Kamala at those parties with Montel or, Willie Brown? So, there's a lot of things that have come out. You know what I mean? A lot of things that have come out. But so I'm just looking at the bigger picture. And that's why I look back to the primary numbers. And I did fight with a lot of Republicans that live in different states where they have closed primaries. So they weren't fully understanding what I was saying. But as you know, the good majority of our country do have open primaries. And it does give some insight as to how, our country's going to vote to some degree. To some degree.
And do you think, okay, so this Diddy thing, I think it's actually like bigger than maybe what people think, because of how many people are actually like involved. Like it's going to like expose like the biggest celebrities and everything. So do you think that will have an effect on the election, or do you think that we won't see any of that until after?
Yes, it is going to have an effect on the election from many different standpoints. Again, the next person in office is going to be the next person that's going to appoint the Justice Department, right?
So but do you think that the Diddy stuff is it probably won't happen before the election?
No, his trial is scheduled
So it's not the same. It is.
to happen 4 months after inauguration. But given the fact that people are playing cat and mouse with the names that could be attached to the case, you have celebrities that are paying people off. You have homes that are for sale right now. For 60, 70 million bucks. These are things that are definitely going to affect the election. It's definitely going to affect local city politics if that house sells, in the next couple of days and drives up the cost per square foot for a lot of people in the city of Los Angeles. I don't think that people understand that Diddy's $60 million house is in the same city, different zip code, but the same city of Los Angeles that I live in Hollywood Hills. So, that's going to drive up the cost of rent. It's going to drive up the cost of housing. Is it going to sell for that amount? No. I think that it's going to sell for probably 30 to 40% less, like every other house in the neighborhood that's, tried to seek out those nominal, record sale prices. But, I'm even running into clients, and so is my dad. And my dad works, I don't talk about what he does like a lot on this app. He works in like money management and, like large scale investments for private, clients. He does not work for a hedge fund. He works for himself. So, he has a lot of clients that are basically saying that they don't want to put off any type of
where you just want to spend money frivolously and shit. Like, why would I want to have a family with you? No, pump it up. Go ahead, Boris.
Well, if you're saying she doesn't want to go to a cheesecake factory, right? For example, with a first date, second, third, like, have you guys been dating? Is this going on a date? Like, what scenario is this?
No, what I'm saying is this. Even when you're going on a date with a lot of American women, their mentality is not conducive of like, oh, I'm trying to get to know this guy on a long-term relationship type thing. They're trying to like see how much money they can make you spend. Like, it's stupid.
Yeah, well, for sure.
And like, sure, of course.
Well, all I'm saying is, I love when people bring up the Cheesecake Factory. The thing is, to me, I wouldn't want to date a chick that likes going to the Cheesecake Factory because I think that's just low class and the food is shit. And I don't want to be with a person that likes shit food, right? Like, I would prefer a chick to go and like eat or make me a nice salad.
You sound fat.
Very fat. Huge. So now, do you want to ask me more questions about my weight, or are you satisfied? Whoever said that. I I guess so. Okay, this one's perfect. So now,
Well, I'm gonna go to the gym. I just want to encourage everybody to vote Trump and go to the gym, my fellow fatties.
Cheesecake Factory. Number one, I don't think going on a first date, if you're going on a first date, going for dinner is a smart idea. Go for a coffee, go for a walk, get the
And so she just kept like being disrespectful, and I got really mad. I have to admit, I was like, you know, if you were in front of me right now, I'd slap you in your face. This was just so rude. Because guys, I'm sorry, but I do see other people sometimes, and I mean, I haven't done it in years, thank God. Because yeah, I would have. I was so mad. I was really mad. I'm not bragging, but like, I grew up fist fighting, so when people, sometimes I get angry and just would have slapped her in the face. So I apologize for that though, but then I went in the next day and like she was still just being a bitch, and I think they were all talking about me, and I just said, like, you know, you guys are all mad at me, but you have like someone in your group who has openly said that they are okay with 12-year-olds and having sex with 14-year-olds and just some really problematic stuff. And the way you guys treat John Lee and the way you're very selective about who you put your outrage to. And that was it. Like, questioning Jack was like, I couldn't do that. That's their holy grail. And then after that, they tried to ban me. Converse and Albedo got me unbanned. But I would go in to the little chat area, and every time, even if I wasn't saying anything, Clipper would like mute me or just suppress me or whatever, and I was just like, I'm just starting to hate these people. Like, they're just really, really just, I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get them. So, last night I finally just said, like, you know, you guys are like opportunistic, so petty, and if that's big enough for you, this is as good as it gets for you. This is like the prime. You guys, you ain't shit. This is as fun as it's gonna be. You're having the time of your life.
Like
yeah, I'm like
click over there with those people. It's like
yeah.
You can't have like a dissenting view, you know, or like the group will target you, you know.
But it's like, come on. We're on the internet. Like, nobody here is super cool or like living this like, come on, like, you're like, this isn't the life, you know, like, to be on the internet at 50 years old making fun of people. Like, come on. It's pathetic.
Okay, I agree. It's pathetic.
Just think they were really going at you hard, and I'm like, what the fuck heck needed you this time? And I didn't think that you had done anything but just call them out, and I felt like it was abusive. And I also saw the way Elliot was treated over there. Like, he was muted and then like mocked.
Wow.
They don't like they never like me.
Fuck them, dude. I'm sorry about that, Elliot.
Oh no, it's like way back before I knew about you, before I saw you on here.
Well, a friend of my enemy is my friend. You must be cool because, you know, you can see right through them, so good to meet you. I mean,
Do you hate all of them, or do you just hate some of them?
I just think that, like, I feel a lot of animosity now towards, like, Clipper and Whitney. I feel a little bit towards Haiti. I do respect Haiti as, like, an intellectual person, but I think I don't respect, like, the other day, Malk can fuck off. He called me, like, a cunt. And Haiti did say, like, that's not necessary. She's just banned. But, like, really, sis? You know, like, women stick together. You're going to let this guy call me a cunt? Like, I don't know. And Tom gets on my nerves anymore, too, because, I don't know. But what he did with, like, Ethan and Andrew, and it just feels like they're, like, I don't know. They're not my people, man. I don't fucks with them.
But did you really say that you're better than them?
I said
Better than the Haiti or whatever.
yeah, I did, and I believe that.
Apparently, you threatened to dox Whitney.
I didn't say I was gonna dox Whitney. I said let me ask around and see if she's been doxed already, so we can talk about this in person, because she likes to run her mouth.
Oh my gosh.
I know. It's like everybody's a thug online until people start saying, okay, let's meet up and talk about this. Like, let's see if you can say this to my face.
What would you have done to her?
I don't know.
Would you want for the hair first, or would you have done... What's up, Bill?
Well, Nina, you did, after that, you said, well, I've got the message here. I couldn't believe it. Give me a second. Let me read it.
Yeah.
I said
All
what
right.
I said.
Like, you can't, this is way against TOS.
I
Like,
don't give a fuck about
say that.
TOS. Bill, listen,
Nina,
I'm
you
gone,
can't do
and
that.
I don't care, and I will never come back, and you guys can shove TOS up your ass. Like, I don't give a fuck about TOS. I don't give a fuck about that room. I don't give a fuck about those people. I said what I said.
This is what you said. I don't know. Let me ask around and see if you've been doxxed yet. Maybe we can make that happen.
Oh my
But
god.
she said no. I didn't say maybe we can make that happen as far as being doxxed. She said, do you want to be friends in person? Do you want to be friends in real life? And I was saying, yeah, let's make that happen.
Like, are you serious right now, Phil? I mean, Jack like goes around wearing a picture of fucking Darth Dawkins as a kid or whatever. Like, are you serious right now? This is bullshit.
I know, like, you guys can just, like...
Look, all I'm saying is, you can't just be coming in and doing TOS violations.
Why can't I? I did.
Because it's against TOS and you get banned. That's what you
And
got banned.
I took the L, and now I don't care.
Well, only reason I'm telling you is because, we had that talk. I thought everything was okay, and then you come in and you break TOS again.
And?
Can you
Nothing, I'm just saying, like...
for saying it, Nina?
I'm not sorry at all.
Nina!
I said what I said. I'm not sorry. I think they're lame as fuck. I can't believe how lame they are.
Right now, you're generating content for their room. So
Yeah, and
make fun of you.
so which
You're
one
probably being
is like,
recorded right
which one is like feeding it into their room? That's so, you guys are so fucking stupid. I can't believe this is what they're doing, is sitting like fighting with people and feeding.
They're listening to Danny Bilkoff on TikTok. No one's listening to this right now. Rule number 1 is never let Daniel lead you down a road.
I totally walked into this.
No, this is the primrose path.
Alright.
Circuitous route. Look, Nina, what you said probably wasn't ethical, but not a big deal. We all have our foibles, so to say. But threatening someone's life, that's a different story.
I didn't threaten anybody's life. What does that mean? I never threatened anybody's life. That's kind of an exaggeration. Well, you guys haven't been in fistfights before? Do people necessarily get killed? That's crazy.
Not necessarily get killed, but at your hands, you could kill.
I've never killed no, I'm not. I don't accept that. I've never killed anybody. I'm not a killer. I don't accept that. I didn't threaten anybody's life. I didn't threaten anybody's life. No, I'm not. I'm strong enough to whoop some ass, but I'm not gonna come on, stop.
That's not making things any
I'm
better.
strong enough to walk her, dog walker. Yeah.
Bill, can you read that message?
Oh, yes.
Daniel, why do you do this?
It's supposed to be
private.
Oh, it's private, then forget it.
No, it wasn't private. She put it in the regular visual chat.
Oh, I see. Oh no, Nina.
Look, all I'm saying is that a lot of people in these communities, they need their asses kicked. They need to get their asses whooped for real.
Well, you don't want to kill them. I mean, I can understand if you're like, all right, well, pop
I
it in the
didn't say I
chops or
want to kill
something.
them. What?
I know you didn't say that, but
Where are you getting this? What?
I heard it.
No. She said, let's be friends. Yeah, let's be friends in real life. She was being like swarmy or whatever. And I said, okay, yeah. Let me see if you've been doxxed and we'll make that happen. I didn't say I was going to kill her. That's ridiculous. I would never do that.
Well, could it have resulted in her death?
Come on, Daniel. See what you're doing right now. Just stop. Just stop for real. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, this is just another day.
This Daniel. Yeah.
You gotta hold it there.
He is a drama queen. You're a drama queen, Daniel.
You also said that I had a tiny penis.
Yeah.
You were no.
Daniel, what did you say to me when I came in the room? As soon as I came in the room, you started hating on me. That was a joke, Daniel. You know it was a joke. I don't know what your penis looks like. Thank God, I've never seen it. Allegedly.
Oh, okay.
Allegedly. It's on the small side.
Well, it is. So now I'm wondering how you know that. Because it's weird. How would you know something about me that the person's so personal? Unless you've seen it.
Oh, maybe someone sent me pictures. Maybe all the women of these communities have like a secret ring of photos where we send. No.
Who would you have killed first, 80 or Clipper?
Stop trying to get me to say that I would kill somebody, Daniel.
Wait, you
Please.
thought that killing somebody is a euphemism for kicking their ass, right?
No, I'm not answering that question because that's crazy. And knowing those people, I'm gonna have like the FBI show up at my door.
I don't know, Nina. I just didn't feel like I expected a little bit more, and maybe I was wrong about you.
Maybe you were, Daniel.
I was really sad. Was I wrong about you?
I don't know. I don't care.
Do you care about how I feel?
I care about how you feel, but I know how I feel.
There, then that's all that. Look, if you care about how I feel, then you're probably going to want to accept the fact that I feel a certain type of way about your behavior. I think it's inappropriate to threaten someone like that.
Don't listen to Dan. He's got like a weird, I don't know, obsession with women on this app.
Have you spoken with John Lee, Nina?
No, I haven't. Have you?
I got his number if you want to talk to him.
I would actually like his number. How can you message me and send it to me?
Yeah, I can do that.
I hope you're not sending me somewhere else. Sending me someone else's.
Well, if John Lee picks up, Daniel is the fat pervert who lives in the basement of Grandma. All right? That's not a very flattering imagery. What was the first fist fight you were in, Nina? Is it true you were? Is it true you were in a couple fist fights or no?
A couple. Where I grew up, it was on, man. I was in my first fist fight in elementary school. I was in my last fist fight in New Orleans in 2016, so it's been a while.
What happened there?
Got a 5-foot dog.
There was a worker, a male co-worker who just, I think he had a crush on me, and he was just like really immature, and so he would always just call me a bitch and call me names, and I was really nice to him, but one day he was always antagonizing me, and one day I left my phone, and I came back, and it was just like I lost my phone. I couldn't find it. I was having a horrible night, and I heard him call me a bitch, and I just blacked out and ran over and just started beating the shit out of him. And they had to like carry me away. It's interesting when you get into those states of mind, the things that you do that you've never done before, you never thought you could. It's like kneeing someone in the face. But he never called me a bitch again, and we became friends after that. I mean, I'm working class. People, sometimes that's how we work shit out.
You were working at a restaurant with him, or?
Yeah, we were working at a beignet stall, like the coffee shop. He was kind of like exactly like what the Discord atheists are like. He was just like always antagonizing me, always just like saying super disrespectful things. And I couldn't take it, but I did until I couldn't anymore. Oh no, actually that wasn't my last fist fight. I'm not gonna talk about this anymore, but I just remembered the last.
Well, what was it?
I was house sitting for my dad, and my older sister attacked me, and I had to defend myself.
What'd you do?
I threw her, like knocked her over and punched her a few times, and then threw her out of my room.
Did you win?
Yeah, I mean, I won. She attacked me though. It was like out of nowhere. It was crazy. She's crazy.
In retrospect, would you have done anything differently this time around?
With my sister?
Yeah.
I probably would have just grabbed her and like forced her out of my room and not hit her. That wasn't pleasant.
You got a fiery temper, Nina.
I guess so.
And you don't seem to think there's anything wrong with it. And I'm not, look, maybe there isn't anything wrong with it. But I'm just saying.
It be like that sometimes, Daniel. Sometimes it just be like that. That's all.
Nina, it's not the, it shouldn't be like that you lose control. You should have control over it. If you really want to beat someone's ass, do it. But if it's something that's beyond your control, I think that could be problematic. I don't want to see you in that type of circumstance.
That's why I'm very careful who I hang out with in real life. Guys, I have this kitten laying next to me, and it's being so sweet. I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Yeah.
Daniel, I wouldn't even have to fist fight people like that if I met them in person. They would just feel my energy and understand. They wouldn't talk the way they do to me. They wouldn't talk like that in person.
I'd say
Trust
something
me.
and try and get your goat, then I'd run. I'd have just common sense to know, like, look, you better get out of the vicinity.
And you'd see that I'm a really nice person, and I would never react badly on the first time. It's like it takes quite a bit to get me to freak out.
Yeah, but when you get angry, it's scary. I remember one time you got angry at, I won't say her name, but just the sound in your voice, but you were like a different person.
I keep that Nina in my pocket to do work for me when she needs to. We all have different sides.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm dealing with the gentle artist or I'm dealing with the, street fighter.
Is it?
And usually you're very nice to me. We've never had any problems.
Yeah, I mean, I am gentle. Just, I get angry just like everyone else. I have my limits. I don't know.
Yeah, until it jacked up.
I don't fuck with them anymore, so that's all.
What'd you have for dinner?
Me? What are you asking, Daniel? I just made some taquitos. I need to go to the store. What did you have?
I had chicken nuggets. But like they were really good chicken nuggets. They weren't like I used ground chicken breast.
Yeah, what happened? I was in Lowe's. I lost service for a minute. I had to get some stuff for the clothes, but did Jane asked to come up and I let her up. She didn't say anything though, huh? She left.
She just came up. Yeah, she just came up and sort of disappeared when the topic changed. She just vanished. That's exactly right, Buster.
What's going on, Buster?
Hello.
Buster? What are you Busters doing? Yeah, I was in there and they were trying to like close. So the lady came over to the intercom and I guess she didn't know like what store she was even working in. She was like, it was in Lowe's, and she was like, all right, Walmart shoppers, it's now 10 o'clock. And then she's like, Lowe's shoppers. I was like, bruh. It's like, are you high or something?
All right, Walmart shoppers. The time is now 9:45. We will be closing in.
Yeah, Bill, what did you have to say? Anything?
No, I don't know if you heard, but what she did to get in trouble yesterday was she threatened to dox Whitney. And I was just telling her, that's against TOS. She can't do that stuff.
I did not threaten to dox Whitney.
Where she did.
Wait, is this the same kind of doxing, like I dox somebody?
No. I'll read the message to you. Hold on, Congress.
Yeah, let's hear it. Brace yourself, Con.
Come on, Nina. What are you doing?
I know, I'm sorry. I do feel bad.
Here's the message. I don't know. Let me ask around if you've been doxed yet. Maybe we can make that happen.
Make that happen, referring to, she said, oh, you want to be my friend in real life. That's what I was.
Bill, what translation are you using though?
Word for word. That's word for word the message that I saw.
It's the Neen IV version, I think.
It's the Jordan.
Yeah.
The Jordan.
No.
Get the fuck around and find out.
Don't say that there's
She
no
said that
translation. That's the hardcore version, Nina.
Now, technically, she said she was going to see if anybody had doxed her yet.
But then she said, maybe we can make that happen.
Make that happen, as in you're smart.
Like, meet up to fight.
Guys.
Let me find out where you live. This kind of thing.
I didn't see anything about that. That's all that's in the message.
Because if
maybe
you're not reading it in context, Bill.
Yeah, maybe she said something earlier than that, but the message that got, sent around was just what I read.
Okay. But it's the spirit of the message, not the letter of the message. Come on, it's utterance. That's utterance. But, there's more to it than utterance. Bill, come on. There was some discussion about fighting.
She repented.
I didn't.
Or did Nina?
No. Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. You're right, Corey. Creep. It's done. I said what I said. I meant it. I stand by it.
Oh, she said she didn't want to talk about it. Sorry. Did not know that.
The conference, I did want to ask you, and I'm only asking you because if it's true, I find it hilarious. is what that Millith guy said, where you kind of gave him mods and then left and went to Andrew's room and left him for like 2 hours talking to somebody. Is that true?
Alright. Mills, that's hilarious. No, I didn't make him talk to anybody. I was going to go see what was going on in Andrew's room because I heard there was a little beef going on between him and Sully. And I don't know, for some reason I got kind of like roped into being the dad in these circumstances. So I had to go check on the kids, and then nobody was mods, and it was gonna make somebody else a mod. So I was like, Mill, I'm gonna just mod you up. I'll be back at some point. I'm gonna go check on something. And he was like, all right, cool. And there was like 4 or 5 people on stage. And then he said that he got like stuck there with Jordan. That's not my fault, bro.
All right, that's a little bit different than the way he explained it. So still funny, but the way he explained it was like he just was like, hey, I'll be back. Can you mod for a second? And then he just never came back. He just switched to Andrew's room.
Yeah. I mean, there's a little bit of that, but it wasn't just him and Jordan, basically. He was in the middle of a conversation. I didn't want to end the room on him if he was talking.
Right.
So I was like, I'm on him up.
So, I was actually there yesterday in the room when that stuff happened. And on the one hand, yeah, I mean, I think in context, like, that the message that it was obvious, I think, that she meant, because earlier, I think, Whitney had mentioned about meeting up in real life, and then she's like, it's obvious that's what she was referring to. It's a little misleading to only show that part. But having said that, like, I do think, Nina, like, a lot of the other stuff that you were saying was super out of line, right? I think you know that.
Out of line, how so? What do you mean? What do you mean by out of line, guys?
I mean, I don't look. You want me to?
I want to talk about
calling somebody. Okay, well, I don't. I mean, look, I don't know. It came up. I was saying X was. Okay, look. Okay, fine. Whatever. We can drop it.
That's all good. It's all good.
I mostly spoke up to like correct the record on the doxing stuff, because that I think would be a worse accusation, right? Because the other thing was just like stuff she said.
Yeah, look, if there's something else like above the message that I didn't get to see, and she's right about that, then obviously I apologize, and it's not what it looks like it is. I was just sent just that one message, and that's all I've seen. So Deepak, if you're right, if there's if it's basically that end part where she says let's make that happen, if that's something just something else, that's understandable. But I haven't seen that, so.
And by
Nina,
the way,
if that is just something else, then I do apologize.
that's okay. I understand why you think you thought the way you did. I just want to say, after that, I was in one of Andrew's lives, and Whitney came to Andrew's live to like bother me. Like, she's not scared. She's not afraid of me or anything. So she didn't feel she was trying to like talk to me, and I just ignored her. So it's not like she's like traumatized or something.
Yo, Bill, do you think, let me ask you this about doctors. Do you think it's, like, let's say Jack were to say to somebody, like, if you do this thing, like, you go after me, then, like, I got all kind of debates of us where I'm, like, crushing you. But he doesn't say it to them. He just says it just like a third party. Like, if they go after me, I got all kind of videos of me crushing them in a debate or something like that. I'll I'll put all this stuff out. Do you think that's toxic?
No, I don't. And I also want to tell you that in the last month, I've spent more time around you and in these rooms than I have in the 2 years combined. and I was completely wrong about that JJ thing. I went back and listened to it a bunch, and in the last month, I have, and I don't know how, please, I'm not saying this in a mean way. I don't know how else to say it without just saying it, so I'm going to say it, but you joke a lot. And the way I would describe it is you kind of meme. You know, like if there's something serious going on, you kind of joke. You don't just directly respond to it. You kind of joke your way out of it, and or try to make light of stuff. And I just hadn't been around you to see that enough to really see that. And now that I have, I went back and listened to that JJ thing, and I'm confident that's what you were doing. I don't think you stop it. I don't think you were trying to dox him at all now, and I truly apologize for that. I was completely wrong about that, and I wanted to I want to apologize to you in person and in public.
Talking about that.
I know, but I've been thinking about it. Like I've just, like I said, I hadn't been around you enough to really know your personality, and in the last month I have been.
That's what's up. Yes, okay. Yeah. No. I was talking more about. There's another accusation of me doxing on the table, Bill.
What is it? What's the accusation?
So I forget who it was the other day told me that they were talking to Tom or something, and they were like, were you you tried to dox Ethan or something, right? And then he was like, what? No, Converse tried to dox me. And I was like, what? What did I try to dox Tom? And then he was like, it turned out what he was talking about was when I said that to somebody else, if they ruined this kid's career, talking about Ethan, that I'll be on a warpath against them. They took that, somebody said that he told them that was me threatening to dox him.
So I think I know what you're talking about, but the way I heard it, it wasn't being called doxed. It was blackmail. Tom was saying that people are saying people are saying that I threatened to blackmail Ethan, and if that's the case, then I've been threatened to be blackmailed by Converse, and then he listed off 3 or 4 different people who had done something similar. But like I said, it wasn't doxing; it was blackmail.
Yeah, well, the funny thing about blackmail is you have to talk to the person that you're blackmailing and be like, do this or else I'll do something. That's what he did with Ethan. I didn't tell Tom that. I said that to somebody else.
Well, I just learned this the other day. Apparently, Ethan was the one that approached Tom. It wasn't the other way around. Tom said something, I might start posting videos of you, and then Ethan messaged Tom in the back channel and proposed, working something out.
Oh, that doesn't sound like Ethan approaching him whenever he said, I might start putting videos up of you. But, I don't know. It seems weird that it's blackmail if I tell somebody else, that I'm not going to allow them to just ruin this kid's career, then, go by without any response. But if he's telling the kid you have to do these things or else I'm going to do something that you don't want, and this seems different. Well, the thing is, Bill, Tom used to say, well, look, I would never post anything of anybody if they didn't want it up. They told me I would not put it up. You remember he used to say that? But he said that with Ethan. That, yeah. Andrew asked him about that during the Ethan thing, and he said, well, that he's changed his mind on that, or he well, I'm not doing it anymore, or something like that. I wonder what changed with him.
Yeah, I'm not. Stop it. Yeah, I'm not positive on that. I think maybe, like, he just could have seen that Ethan's trolling was just so outrageous that it was, just like a problem or something. That's completely speculation on my part, but that could be, he just felt like, it may have been like something he wanted to do because he thought that Ethan's trolling was getting out of control or something.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't see how that affects Tom.
I'm not justifying it. I'm not trying to justify it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, I think Bill's cool. Like, it'd be nice to. I guess it's good to air past grievances out, figure things out, but like, also I think, I think it's also good to move on.
Yeah, I agree. But I just wanted. There's been a lot of things bothering me the last month, stuff that I've done, and I apologized to Sully a couple months ago, and I wanted to apologize to Converse for that because I know he was very upset about that, and I was wrong, and I just wanted him to know that I was sorry.
Yeah, I appreciate that. But JJ knew I was joking. But yeah, maybe you just haven't been around me or something.
Yeah, I didn't. It just, to me, when I first heard it, it just sounded weird. And now that I've been around you for like the last month, I've been able to, to spend a little bit of time in here recently, and like I've got to know your personality a little bit. And that's all it was. It was just you being you, and I just hadn't been around you enough to know that.
It's all good. I might make another room. This one's been going for a while, and I think if I make another room to like put us back up to the top of the list, I'm gonna message Andrew too, because I went in his room a minute ago on TikTok, and it's completely dead. There was like 3 people in there. One of them's name was P. Diddy, and they were just talking like nonsense. So, I don't know. Let me see who. Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, Beater's still up.
Yeah, but I don't know why. I should go to sleep.
Yeah.
Now, Beto, did I hear you say a couple weeks ago that you've been buying $2,000 bottles of cologne?
No, it's like the total amount, roughly.
Okay, that makes sense.
Wow, that's still, I mean, okay, when we're talking how long? Like $2,000 over, I guess I shouldn't be gatekeeping or anything.
Yeah, you keep your, what is it?
$10 or whatever.
No, what the class system you got or whatever? What is that called?
Oh, the caste system? Yeah.
The caste system is like, hey, I'm just in my caste. I'm doing.
All right. I can respect that.
Actually, that's what I was talking to my brother about. I gave my brother one of them. He said he really liked it.
I'm just saying, I hope she's worth it.
Yeah, she likes.
You.
I do.
Shane Mos Def was going. Shane Mos, you want to debate Bill?
No, please no.
Yeah, we couldn't hear you if you were talking. Bill said the other day he wanted to debate you.
I did not, Jambos. I did not.
What is that, Bill? You said you wanted to debate about cryptocurrency?
Jesus' stance on cryptocurrency?
Yeah, what would Jesus'
Biblical
stance?
narrative of the crypto economy.
What would Jesus' stance have been? Round one, fight.
What do you mean by would have? What he did? Didn't you check John 16:18?
Oh yeah, I forget. It said something about a crypto wallet or something.
Yeah, never allow enemies to get hold of your last hex key or whatever. I don't know crypto at all. Keep your digits close and your enemies closer. I don't know. Something like that.
Oh yeah, don't leave your crypto wallet in the bathroom stall. I'm pretty sure. No, I used to have when I was the foreman of this construction company, I used to have like this guy who thankfully he was the owner of the company, but he used to he was like a real hard ass, like he's the kind of guy that like wouldn't do anything all day but drive around, and like just smoke cigarettes and probably weed too, and then he would just like park at different job sites and just like look around and stuff, and then he would like show up at the job site and put on like a tool belt and walk in after you've been there all day, and he'd be like, I mean, it doesn't look y'all got anything done today. Did you do anything? Yeah, all of this stuff, But he would constantly leave his wallet in bathroom stalls, almost every like gas stations everywhere, and he would carry like $2,500 cash. He'd have like 2 or 3 checks from like customers from house shops and stuff. It's like, dude, if you have that much money in your wallet, like you either deserve to lose it if you leave it sitting around, or like you shouldn't be like carrying it out of your vehicle. I mean, but that's when you got like some money.
I lost my Gucci wallet.
Did you really?
Mm-hmm.
You sure it wasn't stolen?
I'm pretty sure I left it at a fucking Walmart. I was at work and I went to go pick up like office supplies, and sometimes I won't use my wallet for like a day or two, but I need it to bring with me to my work for my ID. But I won't like use it for anything else. I'll just like carry it with me just in case. And I don't know, it was like I went to go look for it to take it home, and I was like, where is it? And I checked all the spots, and nope. But I don't think it was stolen. I'm at work. Like, I figured where I was. I was at work, I was at home, and I was at that store, which was right away in the morning, and there was like nobody there.
Well,
there's like no way it could have been stolen.
If you were in Japan, it wouldn't have got stolen.
True.
Now, do you was this recently?
Nah, it was like 2 years ago now. A year ago.
I was about to say, ever since this promotion, man, you're just like you're like one of these like fat cat bourgeoisie guy.
Well, I went and bought a new Gucci wallet, but actually when I went to Vegas, I bought a Louis Vuitton wallet, which I haven't even used it. I literally just have. I don't even, and I like it more than the Gucci one that I got, but I don't know. I guess I figured I'll use the Gucci one to like wear it out first, but that was kind of like dumb because they're guaranteed your whole life, so there's not really a way to wear it out.
Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang.
That's right, Mr. Scrooge.
Gucci's not that cool. They'll sell that shit anywhere.
Yeah, bro, you need to stop spending your money on all these, all this like designer stuff. Yeah,
I was very no, wait a minute. I was very thrifty. Okay, I bought a wallet, which is the cheapest stuff you can get there. And look, wallets, they fall apart and shit. Now I don't have to worry about that. I actually thought it's actually going to save me money, assuming I don't lose it. I actually think it's like a good spot, like a economic buy.
Yeah, well, just save it and partner with me on this house, bro, and I'll send you a check every month. Invest in money, bro.
I am investing in money. I put like $600 a month into my 401k.
It's dead, Albedo. You can't take it out.
Yeah, I know. That's good.
You want to know why like 401ks are problematic? And Depop can debate me on this. Is because the thing that doesn't take into account. This is in a book I read on investments. It said the thing that it doesn't take into account is the invisible tax. The invisible tax. Inflation.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So say that like you're like, okay, whenever I'm older, I can retire my 401k. So it'll have like, I can live on this much per day or whatever. But you don't think that like your dollar by then, if you look at like the difference between like the 70s and now, is like crazy.
Wait.
You could
Conrad, are you being serious here, or are you just like referencing like the Shamos thing?
No, I'm not referencing the same. I actually think that he got that from me because I talked to him about this stuff before when he said that me and Ethan was talking to him about real estate being a better asset than than crypto over history and everything. And he actually said it wrong too. It's actually the phrase is invisible tax, and he called it the silent tax.
Silent tax. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, well, look, I think on the question of like inflation, obviously, like every asset is going to be every asset that's denominated in dollar terms is going to be susceptible to inflation. But like, like when you're investing in a 401k and that's being invested in like say like stock markets and stuff, right? Like the idea is that the stock market also inflates, right? Like because if you're like if like Albedo's like $2,000 Gucci handbag or whatever goes up to like 3,000, right? Like profits of Gucci Inc. also go up by like I mean roughly, right? Like over a long term, it certainly averages out. It's like money has. Right?
I mean, my portfolio says like because I have a pretty aggressive one right now because I'm fairly young yet. I mean, the returns have been like 7 to 10%, so it's clearly like pushing the inflation.
Yeah, but the idea is like, even though you're gonna like make that money, it's like you're putting money in now, where like in the late 70s, like $20 could buy like your entire like house groceries for like a month or something, and today it's like $20 to get you like 2 boxes of cereal or something.
Yeah, I mean, if you're looking at the math without accounting for that, like that's crazy. Like most, I don't know about most, but like I think many investment, like whatever, right? Like the calculators, it will help you adjust for real terms, right? You can ask,
but
you add up. Sorry, go on.
What I'm saying is, you put the money in at the current rate, and like inflation has historically just went up, so like the dollar's worth less and less, and so that money, even though it'll make you money, it's like the money that you're making is going down in value every day, And so like there's certain asset classes that like your money will, like with real estate or something like that, you just put in a quarter of the money. I mean, a quarter of the money gets you 4 times your money on the investment, and so you're only putting down that much, and you get to like, cash out, refi your money like instantly. Basically, well, really, you're supposed to have the place for a year, but I don't know. It's also got its own like pitfalls and stuff. So I'm not saying it's like necessarily foolproof or something. It's just
you know what do you know why I do a 401k, Converse? Because I don't have to fucking think about it.
Yeah, that's a good. I mean, I'm not like against 401ks or anything like that. I'm just I always study like what I read this like. I don't know.
Look, I just don't min-max everything I do. I understand that there's probably better ways. Just like there's probably better ways I could like optimize my eating habits and optimize my sleeping habits. I could make improve all kinds of aspects of my life, but ultimately I cut corners everywhere because it's just easy. I try to make like the best with like the least amount of effort.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. I mean, I probably I probably utilize too much sweat equity right now, so it's probably a good idea as well.
Mm-hmm. I mean, look, some people it's like a fun thing for them. Like it's just like a hobby. Like, that's cool. And then like I wouldn't doubt that, if I had that drive, I could make better investments or things like that. But ultimately, I'm just a lazy bastard when it comes to certain things. It's just like I do what is like a safe bet in 401ks, especially when you have like a match from your employer, is like a no-brainer.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea, especially if they're matching your input. Yeah. And you'll be able to get me some fasteners when I need it.
You know it. Some new power tools. I actually fucking hate selling power tools. It's a waste of time.
Oh wait, you guys sell power tools as well?
Well, we just pretend like we're like a Fastenal. We literally will sell everything that Fastenal sells. But the margin you make on a power tool is like 10 or 15%. Then if they ever have like a problem, you gotta kind of handle that and stuff. There's like no money in it. I have a question about your thrift savings plan or your 401k and your corporate or federal employment match. I probably can't answer it, so. I'm just wondering, hypothetically, in the event of a World War III scenario where mutually assured destruction is carried out, what will be your retirement plan then? You mean you won't be able to enjoy that sweet corporate match, that beautiful match? So, matching me in death, I suppose, right? That's the whole plan. So what you're saying is there is a mutually assured retirement destruction industrial complex at play. Kamalism, Mamala.
Yeah, he's willing to take that risk.
I'll be damned. Some people are gambling, man. They're not conservative enough.
Yo, look at you gotta work life on the edge sometimes, man. Like Jesus in the gym.
So that's the only fan that's fucking fun, right?
Yeah, why does this guy kind of sound like a mixture of James Tired and
It's a Republican. So yeah, that's why there's so many rooms or whatever the fuck those things are inside a room. It's like a conversation. Like OnlyFans. What the fuck is that? I'm not going in there, but what is it?
What is it? I mean, it's a room. I'm a man. When I talk, do I not speak? When I troll, do I not?
It's probably it's a hypnosis. What it is.
It's a powerful hypnotic trance that I have installed throughout the ages.
Okay, cool. Wait. How no one in this clubhouse actually writes anything nice, so I just write off all their opinions. And everyone was in bumblefuck wherever.
Oh, how's your Friday night, cutie pie? How's your Friday night, cutie pie? I'm headed out for the whiskey. For a scotch. Headed out for a scotch.